are to Monstro Mondays. I'm your host, SmileyMonster, and if you're feeling the Monday blues, I'm here bringing the pink. Excuse me for just a minute. Dear Diary, I baked snickerdoodles for my Crypto Addicts Anonymous meeting last night. People really seemed to like them because there were only crumbs left at the end of the meeting, and Harry was eyeing the plate like he wanted to lick it. Ew. As I stepped through the door, I was greeted by my friends. Harry was draped in his makeshift cape of outdated white papers, clutching his ledger like it was the last snickerdoodle. Harry's awesome, though. He's always hodling, even when it hurts. And then I saw Irene, who's a walking billboard for buy the dip merchandise and an endless stream of questionable coin pitches. Because, like, last month, she tried to convince us all to invest in meme coin because apparently the internet's favorite cat videos are now a viable investment strategy. And of course, I can't forget DeFi Dave, that VR headset wearing visionary guy who's always one step away from accidentally locking himself out of his own wallet. He's this financial superhero, except instead of fighting crime, he's battling transaction fees and lost private keys. But the highlight of the evening, there was a kitty on the loose. And you'd think corralling a cat would be easy, but let me tell you, chaos ensued faster than you can say blockchain. There were cookies flying and we were laughing. And I think somewhere in the midst of it all, somebody accidentally sent a transaction fee that could probably fund a small moon landing. But I love my community. These friends get me. They speak my language and they don't throw shade on me for my big red investment. We support each other, sharing the latest scams out there so that we can stay safe. And if we have an affiliate link, that gets passed around more than my cookies. I'm happy I went. Next week I'm thinking of taking chocolate chip. Good night, diary. Okay, so if you guys would love to help Monstro out, please subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to chat, I'm over in the chat section. Come on over and say hi, ask questions, give advice, talk about your week. It's all smiley. Time for Sponsor of the Week. And this week's Sponsor of the Week is Austin's Awesome Antiques. Wrong picture. Are you tired of the same old collectibles? Are you ready to dive into the world of crypto nostalgia? Well, look no further than Austin's Awesome Antiques, where the past meets the blockchain in a most peculiar way. We have BitConnect Bus. Relive the glory days of BitConnect with our exclusive collection of pyramid scheme memorabilia. If you get 10 of your friends to buy, you get free shipping. And we have Ripple Relics. Remember when Ripple was called XRP? Transport yourself back to a time of simpler token names with our assortment of vintage XRP merch. You have to look for it and mail it to yourself because, hey, we can't be bothered. And we have Mt. Gox memorabilia. Take a trip down memory lane with artifacts from the infamous Mt. Gox exchange. We have t-shirts proclaiming, I lost my bitcoins at Mt. Gox. 2 novelty keychains. These souvenirs are a must-have for any crypto history buff. And we have DAO doodads. Delve into the world of decentralized autonomous organizations with our collection of DAO-themed trinkets and treasures. What is it? It's not just any NFT. It is a piece of digital art that encapsulates the chaos, the drama, and the unforgettable moments of MakerDAO's Black Thursday. Whether you were a victim of liquidation or a spectator watching the crypto world burn, this NFT is your chance to own a slice of history. Don't miss your chance to own a piece of crypto history. Visit Austin's Awesome Antiques today and discover the charm of yesteryear's digital relics. Who knows, you might just find the next big collectible hiding in plain sight. Thanks, Austin. I wanted to talk a little bit this week about yield farming because we are all doing it here in Monstro, but do we really understand what it is? So think of it as putting your crypto to work for you. So yield farming is also known as liquidity mining, and it's a way for crypto holders to earn passive income by providing liquidity to DeFi platforms. Pretty simple, right? So why is it so popular? Well, it's all about the rewards. So, when you provide liquidity to a DeFi platform, you're helping make transactions happen and lending activities. And so, in return, you get rewards in the form of either additional tokens or a share of those fees. So, let's break it down. So, we have the Monstro Farms portfolio, and I actually looked it up on DBank. You can see it right there. Okay. And this includes everything except our Solana position. So we provide liquidity to DEXs by depositing our crypto into liquidity pools. And as traders use that DEX to swap tokens, we earn a portion of the trading fees generated by the platform. And the more liquidity we provide, the more rewards we can potentially earn. It comes with risks, right? Okay, you've got smart contract vulnerabilities, impermanent loss, and price swings. Okay, those can be challenges. So that is why we always talk about real yield. We don't know how much we're going to be able to pay out every single week until it actually happens. So, this impermanent loss thing, what is that? Okay, I want to show you using just a really real world example. So we have some apples and bananas because you guys own a little juice bar. And you have apples and bananas, and you squeeze them into a big pitcher to make some juice to sell it. So this pitcher is like the liquidity pool in DeFi. Now, when people buy your juice, you get money, right? These are fees that you have. That's good. But what if apples become super expensive because there's just not that much juice around? You might want to sell your apples separately for money. Well, the problem is if you take your apples out of the pitcher, out of the juice, withdrawing from the pool, you're not going to have any left to make your juice or trade with others. See, you might miss out on selling that juice or getting trading fees while the price is high. So, this is like impermanent loss. When you put things in a DeFi pool and the prices change in a way that makes it look like you lost money, right? But it's not a real loss until you take your stuff out, right? If you sell, if you keep it in the pool and the prices go back down, it all evens out. But the important thing is to understand that prices of things can go up and down, and impermanent loss is just something to be aware of when you're using DeFi pools, right? Just a little reminder about what you're getting into when you buy a farm or one of the game's NFTs here at Monstro. Now it's time for Monstro Mula Madness. We have our farms, and this week was our 33rd weekly payout made up of all earnings from Wednesday, March 27th through Tuesday, April 2nd. Remember, this just gets airdropped to your wallet every Wednesday in USDC. And I love it. I own farms NFTs myself, and every Wednesday payday is always exciting in the socials. Everybody kind of gathers around like, yay, we're going to get paid today. Just boom, it's in your wallet. V is always really good about announcing it. So this past week, we earned $45,937.12. Let's see how fast I can do this. There were 1,009 recipients. The holders got 91.80%, which was $41,709.53. And the treasury got 9.20%, which was $4,227.59. And the ROI tracker shows that Genesis got 2.29%, Cycle B got 2.29%, Cycle C and Spooky got 2.29%, Cycle D got 2.71%, Cycle E got 2.29%, and DGen's Phase 2 and Games got $2.86 per unit. That was pretty fast, huh? Cycle D also includes the bonus share from Cycle E sales. The games NFT payouts are included, and there's no team share on those. And Cycle B didn't quite want to let go of that 80/20 tier. That'll probably happen this week. But we broke 1,000 recipients, which is awesome. Thanks, guys. And we still have Cycle E's for sale and the game's NFTs. That is a limited run, but we still have some now if you want to buy some. Time for our Monster of the Week. And now I need to show the picture that I accidentally showed before. Our Monster of the Week is You Rang Me. He's been on our radar for a while now because he is always supportive and helpful in the community, but he recently did something that really shows what it means to be a Monstro member. So late one night, when all the mods were asleep, You Rang Me went above and beyond by spending an entire hour patiently assisting a fellow community member who had questions about the protocol. He knows the protocol inside and out, but he was really patient, really kind, and he answered all this guy's questions, explained the intricacies, and answered every single question. It was awesome. He is dedicated to Monstro and the project. He shows up regularly, he asks intelligent questions, and he takes the time to understand everything. So you rang me. Your kindness, your commitment, and your willingness to help others didn't go unnoticed. And we are very grateful to have you here in Monstro. Thank you so much. Congrats on being our Monster of the Week. Now it's time for Token Tingles. It's time for Token Tingles. Have you lately been drowning in a sea of information about meme coins and you don't know which one's gonna moon? Well, we don't either, but we offer our latest token picks that will send our spidey senses tingling. Now remember, this is just for fun. Do your own research before investing and never spend any more money than you can afford to lose. But hey, if you're curious, well, that's where the magic of Token Tingles comes in. Hi, V, how are you?
Hello, I'm okay. It is a fun weekend ahead, but for now it's a slow morning to start.
Okay, that's cool. Let's see how our tokens are doing. First up, we have Team V. Now, Teddy Bear is up 0.2053%. Win is slumping down to 89.07%. AKT is up 41.31%. That's good. Rose is up 8.09%. 2CC is down 24.67%. Don't know what the D is for. I'll take that out later.
It's for Big D. It's a hidden shout out, I guess.
Okay, File is up 7.24%. Crazy Bunny went down again, 32.13%. Portal's down 35.85%. GME is down 63.80%. But, okay, wait. Is this Destra, right? Desync?
Yeah.
Is up. Oh, I should have put a plus. 171.77%. That's amazing.
It would be if I had any, but sure.
Okay, let's see how I'm doing. Oh, wait, let's go back. And you were up an average of 8.322%. That's good.
Actually, I want to point out one thing, though, to people.
Yes, sir?
Just before we move on. So if you notice, I was alternating weeks with essentially a meme, a utility, a meme utility. And as you can see, the ones that are up are actually all utility ones, except for maybe Teddy Bear, still a tiny bit up as a meme. But otherwise, they're all the utility ones. And all the memes are drastically down. So I think this goes to teach people, if you're in memes, you got to get in and out quick. Do not marry your coins unless you plan to really hold them for maybe, a year or two. If you believe in them like a Doge or a SHIB type belief. But otherwise, they're not going to do you well unless it's very short term. Whereas the other ones, utility, even if it looks like they're gaining more slowly, as we can see here now, we're what, 11 weeks or so in.
Yes.
They've all outlasted and outperformed all the memes that were on the list. So I think there's something definitely to take away from that as a lesson.
In your opinion, is it worth even doing meme coins if you don't have a bot?
Yeah, I mean, I've done them manually and it's not a problem. Like, unless you're trying to really snipe the beginning launches of one, a bot will absolutely give you a little advantage. But otherwise, no, you can absolutely do it manually, and it's all about the liquidity, right? If there's a lot of liquidity, any exchange will swap with no issues, no slippage problems. So it depends what type of meme and how quickly you're trying to do things with it. But in general, for the ones I picked here, for example, any that I did have, I did all those just manually trading them, and there was no issues with it.
Okay, cool. Okay, now on to Smiley. Factory is down this time, 56.82%. Ape is up 26.39%. But I just want to very quickly point out, it has been just about that same price the entire token Tingles. So it's not really one that fluctuates a lot. It's just staying up a lot. So that's good.
Here's an interesting stat that happened this week with the apes. The board ape is now less than, for example, what a mutant ape cost last year.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So they have definitely plummeted. we'll see if they rebound when everything rebounds.
Yeah, I have a friend who said that they were expecting games and other things that have been taking a really long time to develop. So it's not moving as fast as everybody expected, the whole
Yeah, and
ecosystem.
a sign of the times is they just had their ape events, or they're having them right now as we speak in NFT New York.
Hmm.
I can say, as someone that went to prior ape fests, they were a much larger event. They had a lot of celebrities and guest musicians and artists and rappers, and now they're very, very small events. I think one of their events is a jog around the city, and one of their events is a very small little like networking suite type thing. So usually you can tell how things are going by the fact that they're no longer blowing millions on these parties. They're spending next to nothing.
Yes. Okay. Now, excuse me. Moving on, XNL is up 35.08%. Walk-in is up 23.43%. PBX is down 7.16%. Miria is down 19.77%. RVF is down 30.59%. But OPSEC is up 5.90%. Demetra is up 17.17%, and Beefy's up 9.30%. So I am up an average of 2.453%, which is less than you, but I'm still up this week, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
And then our guests, we have AJ's Goat is down this week, 5.40%. Nate's Woolly is still down, 89.06%. Ben's Sharks is still up a phenomenal 241.48%. He is carrying the entire guest team.
He absolutely has the best pick out of all the individual picks, right? So
yes, we might have to actually, if the guests win, let him pick what our terrible challenge is.
maybe we invite Ben to make his own Moonbags bucket because he's the winner of this.
Hey, that's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Coach's Slayer is up 80.28%. And just a little comment there, it's also been around the same price the entire token Tingles. So that one doesn't fluctuate much either. Monstro Riva is up 37.30%. Pelton and Pockets BioFi is up 58.55%. And then JP's IOC is up 13.20% for an average of 48.04%, which is pretty good.
So the guests are going to embarrass us shortly. As
Yes.
they'll, I guess the best guest will be the one that decides our punishment, right? So it's looking like Ben. So be extra nice to Ben for the next 2 weeks.
I'm always nice to Ben. He's a really nice guy. Okay, so what is
then I won't make fun of your Batman token.
He has a Batman token? I didn't know this.
It's a bit of an inside joke, yes. He well, we don't know it's his. We laughed that it could be his.
Oh, okay.
But,
I'll have to look
it's
for that.
Batman. No one knows.
That's true. He's the Dark Knight, right? Okay. So what is your pick for this week?
I'm probably going to regret this one, but it's shifting back to sort of utility, if you can call them that.
Mm-hmm.
Because Solana's been miserable lately, and it has dumped hard the past couple of days. While Bitcoin is maintaining and slowly rising, I think that there'll be a correction on the overreaction to people dumping purely because the network has been failing, and miserable for days. So because we only have a week left, I think that this one will have a little rebound here pretty quickly and could give us, at least a plus 15 to plus 20 something percent. So I'm going to go with less of a risk, more of a expected bounce, and say Solana, which is my least favorite chain in existence.
It's a necessary evil, but I hope it does well for Monstro's sake.
I hope it does well for Monstro's sake, because these past days our results have absolutely been impacted negatively because nobody can get transactions through. Like 75% are failing. And this is not, uncommon with Solana. They have hour-long downtimes multiple times a year. This one, they said a downtime is actually easier to fix than congestion for them. So who knows how long it'll take to fix, but there's Bullseye saying hello.
Hi, Bullseye.
He hears something outside, but yeah, so go Solana this week, I guess.
Okay. And then for mine, I'm going to put up the picture yet first because it's so cute. Look at this one. Okay, so my pick is Big Red, which ticker is TD. And the reason why I picked that, okay, first of all, it's on AVAX, and that was my very first project was on AVAX. But this project is actually inspired by Cornell University's history, which is kind of interesting. But they have a lot of utilities lined up. They have a volume bot, a multi-wallet buying bot, a contract creator, a locker, a launch pad, an aggregator, and then staking pools and farms. And they have this whole ecosystem designed. They have a bot that boosts liquidity and market activity. They have a multi-wallet buying bot that makes it so that you can manage multiple wallets easier. They've got the contract creator. They've got this locker where you can stash your tokens or LP or even NFTs. And then they've got a launch pad for token launches, an aggregator for swapping, and then you can stake. And the biggest thing is they have a super active, supportive community lately. So that was one of the biggest reasons why I liked it. The price is 0.401100. And I figured it out. The market cap this time is 10.8 million. And you can buy it on Trader Joe's. And it has a 3% buy and sell tax. And that was the only real red flags when you look on Dex Tools. And what else? That's all I know. But that's my pick.
So here's a question for you.
Oh,
Why
no.
is the ticker symbol TD as opposed to like big R or something?
Am I supposed to know this?
I mean, you can take an educated guess.
I have no idea. Why?
I also have no idea. I hoped you would know.
Oh, you always ask me a question I can't answer.
Yeah,
I thought it was so prepared.
My guess is it is the big red dog. So they took the first word and the last word, and that's TD.
Oh, because Big Red was already taken?
I have no idea. I guess we can go look and find out. But my guess is, yeah, the dog is the TD. And that's the ticker.
I'm going to look it up because it'd be super funny if it was like the guy's initials who created it.
Yeah, or watching something like Total Dominance or something.
Total Degen. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, Total Degen.
Yeah.
But yes, I also like the artwork, so that's a good pick. Although I need Solana to outperform your pick, I prefer your pick.
Well, we only have one more week left. Next week, we will announce the winner.
Yeah, and then we'll see what embarrassing things we have to do, because unless my memes suddenly flood back, I think I'm going to lose.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Sure.
Does anything embarrass you?
I mean, yes, I'm sure there must be some things, but I do enjoy karaoke. I do enjoy typically embarrassing things. So, yeah, I don't know. It'll be hard, but I mean, if Ben's Batman, he has a dark side, so we'll see what he comes up with.
Oh, and I totally already know what I would do to you, so we'll see what happens.
But don't forget, even if Ben wins or the guests win, we both have to do something embarrassing. So
that's true.
We'll see how creative they can get your avatar to move, I guess.
That's true. Okay. All thanks, V. Enjoy wrestling.
Yes, thank you. Okay. Bye, Monsters. Bye.
Now, before I introduce my special guest this week, I do want to talk a little bit about community. I think that we have one of the best communities in DeFi out there in Monstro. Now, I looked it up. Here are some healthy crypto community key traits, and you can tell me in the chat whether or not you think Monstro has these, right? Trust and transparency. Leaders and members act in the community's best interests, and transparency builds credibility. I totally think so. V is always the very first one to share information, admit when something's taking a little longer than expected. He's very transparent. He's honest. And I love that he takes the time to thoroughly answer everyone's questions. He doesn't let anybody, slide away and not get attention if they need it. So I think that's a really good strength of Monstro. The next one is education. A good, healthy community empowers members with knowledge, like all things crypto. And I think that we do that too. We provide information about what Monstro is and what's out there, but then we also have our safety channel where we provide the latest updates, or Big D does, about how to stay safe in the space. We have all kinds of information in our socials, so check those out if you haven't already. A healthy community is engaged. Active participation is encouraged. I think we have that as well too. I love that, especially our general chat is anything goes. Come on in and talk about your life, talk about what you're doing in crypto. Anything is, important to our community. We let go pretty much. I love that. It's just a place to be yourself and have a good time, have some laughs. We do laugh. A healthy crypto community is inclusive, where diverse perspectives are encouraged. I think so. Everybody's welcome. We welcome all monsters in Monstro. And a lot of our community members have been from different areas of DeFi. Some have been rugs, some have been around a long time, some are brand new to crypto. All of them are welcome. And I love that right now with the farms, it's so simple. You buy an NFT and you get money dropped to your wallet every week. And that is fun. And then we have a whole bunch on our roadmap coming out really soon with moon bags and blobby and all those other products that we've been working on and we're developing. So I think there's something for everybody. And the games NFTs, which are so cool, because not only are you getting the benefits of farming, but you're also going to be getting revenue share from those games as soon as they're released. So this helps develop the games. A healthy crypto community, it communicates effectively with clear channels and respectful dialogue. Okay. We have crazy dialogue. I'll admit that sometimes that's a little crazy, but we try to communicate everything you need to know very well. Hey, and if you ever have an issue, bring it up. If you don't think something's clear, you need some help, or you didn't like what something was said, go ahead and tell us. We are not afraid to hear your perspective, your opinion. We're not threatened by that. Just say it in a respectful way, please. And then finally, a healthy community has some user-generated content where members can share insights, experiences, and content. And I think we've encouraged that. But also, there's definitely room to grow. So if there's something you think that our community can provide, can contribute, you've always wanted to be able to do, let us know. Open a ticket and just give us some suggestions. We also have a suggestions channel. People drop stuff there all the time, and we try to be very responsive and very quick to your suggestions, especially if we think it's something that's going to make your experience better, your investment, safer, any of that. So with all that said, and we are still going to play a game, but we're going to play it after I chat with our special guest this week. My special guest this week is Oxjoe, founder of SIVA. Oxjoe is a full-stack web developer, an auditor, and a self-proclaimed CG nerd, which really means he's a versatile professional with expertise in web development, information security management, and a specific interest in computer graphics. Welcome, Oxjoe.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Yeah, perfect introduction. That's
I'm glad.
Most things in-house. So.
Oh, cool. So I'd like to begin our time together with a game. Are you up for that?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so this is a word association game, and I'll just say a word or two, and then you just tell me the first word that comes to mind, and don't overthink about it, okay?
Okay, I will try.
Okay, first word is savior.
Peace.
Oh. Polygon.
Undefined.
Oh. DAO.
Yep. Future potential, but not yet there. If it's okay to have like a sentence, not one word,
of
let
course.
me know.
No, that's great. What about NFTs?
I think most get it wrong, but the technology is mind-blowing.
Cool. I agree. Metaverse.
Awesome.
Bug zapper.
Helpful.
Smart contract.
Not so smart as you might think.
Ooh, interesting. Vacation.
Badly needed.
Yes, I'm sure. Caffeinated.
Cheers.
And Sims.
Sims in the sense of Sims from mobile phones, or Sims the game?
Either one. I was just curious where you'd go with it.
Okay, Sims the game. Yeah, old school. And Sim, I think the word that comes to my mind is Sim swapping. So remove
Yes.
your phone number from your Twitter account, please.
Cool. So I would love it if you would share a little bit about SIVA, what it is, and how our listeners can participate, please.
Yeah, for sure. With SIVA, we build engage to earn tools. And the main focus is really that we give you tools to earn crypto just by being active in communities. And that means you can join, for example, our Discord server. You can say hi. You can talk to other community members. You can add reactions. You can play games together. You can tweet out things about the project on Twitter or on X, and you get rewards for it. And it's really that you have to know nothing about Web3 to earn crypto. And we want to take you by the hands and go the steps, so you know that you have earned something that has to do with Web3. Which are tokens. So you get to know what tokens are. And the next step is that you want to have these tokens. So you need a wallet address. And we really want to bring more people into Web3 without the technical burden that comes with it. And so what you earn in the communities are engagement points. And I know most of the space is fed up with points, but we were basically, I think, the first one who did it. And we do it completely different than others, because at any time you can withdraw your engagement points to your wallet. And this is what we really want the people to do. We celebrate the decentralization, of course. And so it's really as easy as go into the Discord, hit the withdraw button and choose the points that you want to withdraw. The next step is that you choose the cryptocurrency that you want, and everything is done automatically. And you don't even have to leave Discord at any point in time. That's one of the most mind-blowing things. We have, of course, for founders, and this is really important to know, that we have basically two versions of it. We have the version for the end users, which is available currently for free, and which will remain free in the basic version, because we will have some subscription plans in the near future. And the other version is the white label solution. So we provide our tools to other project founders that don't want to provide the platform for other projects, because
Oxjo, I think I lost your... Are you there?
did we lose? Can you hear me?
Oh, you're back now. I can hear you now.
Let me know where I cut off. So
The white solution, is that correct?
white label solution.
White
yeah,
label.
Exactly. Yeah, it's basically if you're not familiar with the term, it's basically it's really familiar in the industry, and this means basically, if you imagine you have like a bottle of Coke, for example, and you have the same bottle which says Coke, and you have the same bottle which says Sprite and Fanta, and they are basically the same bottle, just with another label on it. So this is why it's called white labeling. So you can put on SIVA your own label. So you have your own avatar in the Discord bot. You can have your own naming conventions for the engagement points. We call them nano SIVA, for example. You can call them whatever you want. You can add any tokens as a withdraw option and as a requirement that you want. And also because we target NFT projects too, because we act like a token gate, because you can reward Discord roles. But mainly you can add NFT collections as a requirement to earn a certain reward. This is, of course, most of the time the NFTs from the projects themselves. But you can also use all NFT projects and contracts that are supported on the networks that we have. We will support. We currently support 15 networks, and we will soon
Wow.
support 19. And so, for example, if you want to reward members from the board at Yacht Club, you can at their contract, you can say if you hold 1, you get this reward. If you hold 5, you get this reward, and if you hold 10 or more, you get this reward. So you can really fine granularly control what you want to reward and in which frequency, because not all engagements are rewarded. Of course, we have to take into consideration that people want to bot the stuff, and this is why we have random cooldowns between rewarded engagements. And this cooldown can be changed in the white label solution too. Basically, it's like the public ecosystem just completely customized to your needs. And yeah, this is what a quick wrap up of what SIVA is. So we have many tools. We have a daily quest. We have Discord games. We have vote to earn with asset-based voting, where you can say, if you hold 5 of my NFTs, your vote is worth 5 points or 5 vote power. And you can cap it, of course, to not have a well overvote everyone. We have web-based games where you can spin a slot machine and play high-low games with the engagement points. And if you have a white label solution, these games are available for these projects too. So they have basically instant utility on every level. And as I already said, we have a tweet to earn, which means that we can reward members on Twitter too. And the important thing to know is that we do it in the most secure way possible. So we don't need any account access to your X account, because we saw 1 or 2 copycats of SIVA doing it, and they just get full access to your Twitter account. And just to be sure about what that means is they can follow and unfollow, they can send DMs, they can read DMs, they can basically they have full control. They can do what you do on X. And this is nothing that I want to be in charge of when it goes wrong. And it went wrong with the first one, where his account got hacked, and it's not safe. And so I would not recommend to do it, even if it sounds good, but it's not yet there. And yeah, it's the second iteration over the tweet to earn. The first one required just posting it on X, and the current iteration requires you to authenticate on Twitter by just posting a small ID, and this ID gets just posted into the Discord, and this is where we put the connection between your account and the Discord account, and this is where we can verify that this is really your X account. So at no point in time do you have to give us any permission to access your account. And this is, of course, very, very important. And it works rock solid. We are in development for nearly 2 years and still in beta, but we coming close to the first full release version. As I said, we are currently on Discord and Twitter, but we are basically client agnostic, which means our Telegram bot is, I think it will be released within the next 1 or 2 months. It just takes up more system resources, of course, and we have to plan carefully. And we will be on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. And we don't even stop there. So we have on-chain rewards soon, and we can really reward every human engagement. And that means if you think about going to a concert and you authenticate with the NFT on your smartphone, that's basically an event that we can catch and that we can reward. And so we can send, for example, a printed on-demand merchandise directly to the fan. And this is how far we go. And yeah, that's what SIVA does. And we have a great community. Everybody feel free to join. We are always up for some nice talks, and we haven't really had a question in 2 years that we haven't answered. So we really answer every question that we get. So please don't at any time don't hesitate to just cut me off and ask questions.
No, I love it. I love how passionate you are about community. May I ask, did that come from your participating in a good community or a bad one?
I think a little bit of both. So I'm in IT for so many years, like over 25 years, and I've been in so many communities, and I've learned from the bad ones and I've learned from the good ones. So I know what to prevent, and I know what you want, basically. And yeah, and doing this in the most secure way, of course, this is my top priority. Our bot, for example, leads the least permissions required to work. And and we think that and we are really the only ones that do it in this way, that we reward natural and authentic engagements. When you think about Galaxy, for example, or Zeely, where you have to do these artificial tasks, you have to go to website, make a screenshot. If you know how a screenshot works, you have to post proof. The team behind the project has to manually process the rewards, and it really puts a burden on the team. And we have a lot of projects that come to SIVA when their community has finished the Zeely quests, because this is nothing that you want to do over and over again. And this is where our concept really shines, is because we reward medium to long-term engagements. What means we want to be this subliminal good feeling that you have when you engage, that you just get something for doing something, because this is how humanity works. You do something and you want to get something out of it, whatever this means. Might be more followers, might be attention, might be financial stuff, whatever. And this is where we really shine, and it's really a proven concept, and rewards people that really bring value to your community. Because most of the time what we see with Galaxy 2 is that if people get the free NFTs, they grab it and they flip it, and they leave your community in the very moment. And so it basically brought more damage to your project than it did good. And this cannot happen with our concept. And this is what really makes us unique. And and the whole setup behind it, that you have a visual back end where you can set everything up, and the whole modularity of the whole system is really nothing that we came across even remotely. That's a beautiful thing. And our last update includes some really huge UX updates. The user experience especially on Discord is now really nice. You can basically control the whole system just by clicking one or two buttons. So there's no need to enter a slash command or whatever. And this really marks the next step that we will go. And we have many more things on a roadmap. As I already said, way more Web3 implementation, as we already are really deep into Web3, because as I said, you can have rewards based on requirements that can be tokens, NFTs, Discord roles, and one or two other things that don't come to my mind currently. And you can have the withdrawals, and everything is non-custodial, which means we do not take custody of the tokens. If you want to provide them through our public ecosystem, which is one way to get basically in contact with us. If you have a token project that wants to have more users and want to get more visibility, you can reach out to us and we can implement you in our public ecosystem. And the second version, of course, is if you have a white label solution and you want to provide your own tokens to your community. And this is basically the main things that SIVA is. And one important thing is that we have two NFTs that we use as a software license key, if you will. So we don't have a PFP. There's no ape or whatever on it. It's really the license that you can use our system. And we have the starter pass and the founder pass. And the starter pass is for users who want to withdraw the engagement points into cryptocurrency. And it can be minted on a website for 5 Matic, and this makes our whole ecosystem free to use, is if you have engaged enough and you have engagement points, you can go to a website and you can buy an NFT with your engagement points. And then you can withdraw. If you have engagement points left, you can instantly withdraw the engagement points. So this is really unique in the space too. And the founder pass is what enables founders to have the white label solution. We upped the prices from 130 Matic to 500 recently, because we will, as I said, introduce the premium subscription plans too, and this is included in the founder pass too. So you can have the permanent subscription plan just by holding a founder pass, and and this unlocks the white label solution. So as I said, we use it as a software license key. That is, and the cool thing, this is why I said in the beginning with NFT that it's kind of understood technology by most, is that even project founders think that you mint in JPEG, and it's really just as wrong as it can get. What you really mint is just a number in a database, if you will. And but what you can do with it, and that you can really prove that this is your number, is what it makes it really interesting. And yeah, and this is how we use it. So a tradable software license, in that sense, if you will.
Okay, you're very, very busy. Can you tell me, what does your coding haven look like? Like, do you have multi-monitors, or do you have a streamlined setup? Where do you work?
I have 3 monitors. I have
Oh,
a laptop or 2 laptops,
mhm.
and this is how I mainly go. So I have a few more systems that I rarely use, and yeah, 3 monitors is, I think, required just to have everything organized. I don't like the curved ones, so I have 3 separate ones.
Okay,
And yeah, this is really what my favorite setup is. And
nice.
yeah.
And what's your go-to drink and snack of choice? What do you got next to you?
Good question. Usually I just drink water and coffee, but
Oh, okay.
I love some energies from time to time. I'm just aware that they are not too good for your body, so I try to not drink too much of them. So
Right.
yeah, I usually stick to water and coffee and Coke from time to time, but that's basically it.
And personally, is there something that you're constantly trying to learn or improve on outside of this space?
Yeah, sure. Basically, my whole life consists of improving on stuff. So
Nice.
may it be with talking, for example, now with you, and is basically trying to improve myself by doing it. Um, Basically interacting with other people in real life. Um, Security related stuff. The security space is moving so far that you tweet something yesterday and today it's not valid anymore. And
True.
so you always have to keep up with current things and updates of libraries. We use a lot of libraries because we have like a microservice behind the whole system, and so we have to keep the libraries up to date. It's always really learning on a daily basis, really.
It's true. So where do you find, what's a good source of information for that? Do you have certain socials that you visit or websites?
For what specifically?
Staying on top of the news, and you mentioned security or Web3 updates. Do you have sources for this?
Yeah, I usually stick to the old school stuff like Hacker News, and I use X, of course. And yeah, this is I have some main sources that I just flow to on an everyday basis, like my news stuff. Like I said, Hacker News, for example, is something that I go to my morning coffee, basically, just to stay on top of things. Yeah, as I said, Twitter is really, or X is really the source that I use for yeah, maybe all current stuff. But I think it's not really about the sources, because the sources are basically everywhere. It's more about learning how to process the sources to not waste time in the wrong direction. And because this happened to me
Oh,
years ago, when the internet started to put out so many information that you try to get all the information and go down the rabbit hole of every little thing, and you have to
right.
really you have to learn how to cherry pick and try to verify the sources that you read, because they of course try to confuse you with these things too, and you have to be always aware about security stuff wherever you go. And this is, yep, that's my
Right.
answer.
No, it's great. So Web3, it's all about decentralization and user control. So how do these values align with your own personal values, and how does that influence your work as a developer?
Oh, that's a good question. I think these are one of the highest values that you can have, and this is why I hold them up. You always should be in self control and should do whatever you want to do, except of course when you try if your action harms others.
Mhm.
It's like the robotic laws, if you if you will.
Yes.
And yeah, and what it's the how it affects the life of a developer is really that it makes it way more complex and complicated, to be honest, to
Mhm.
keep everything, for example, non-custodial in our ecosystem. Was a really that I really melted my brain about how we can keep it non-custodial, decentralized, and secure, and at the same time we can in a way communicate with it that's handy for us. And of course a centralized and custodial solution is developed within a day. That's not really a problem. You generate a private key and you have your wallet. But this is how many people did it, and it went horribly wrong. And this is of course nothing that we want to do. So it really brings more complexity to it to solve all the little problems that you have. So as the main job of a developer is, if you have a big problem, you try to spread it into small problems and try to solve one problem after the other. And if you want to keep everything decentralized, secure, and non-custodial, you have way more parts that you have to put together instead of just generating a private key stored in a database. It works, of course, it works, and it's convenient, but it's not secure, not decentralized, and not non-custodial. So it's more work, but in my opinion, as I said, it's the highest goods that you can have, and this is why we, of course, do not think about any other solution than that. And yeah, so it brings more complexity, but it's definitely worth it.
True. And I noticed in your bio something that said powered by Polygon. So what specifically draws you to the Polygon ecosystem?
We launched 2 years ago on the Polygon ecosystem. So our NFTs are on the Polygon ecosystem. And this is why we really got in contact with a lot of people on the Polygon ecosystem. And we formed Powered by Polygon with some people from the US and from Canada. And it was really the community hub for vetted projects. So we had regular Twitter spaces, and we brought people and projects. We onboarded them to the Polygon ecosystem, helped them to get their feet wet with Web3. And yeah, Powered by Polygon, we of course recommended to launch on Polygon. And yeah, as I said, Polygon equals undefined is more like we are not happy with how it went the last 2 years, because there's literally no support from sides of Polygon, and everything we did has basically got no recognition in any form, maybe like a like or retweet from them. And this is why we are a little bit unhappy with it, and why Powered by Polygon is put in a sleeper hold currently to really see how it turns out. And yeah, the new technology they invented, the ZK EVM, is another thing that I'm a little bit concerned with. I mean, it's brand new technology. It's not 100% is developed in-house. And this is, and we saw a 30-hour outage 4 or 5 days ago, and which proves basically my points that they don't really 100% know yet how to handle the new ecosystem. Mm-hmm. And so I'm a little bit concerned with this blockchain, and combined with having not really supporting the ecosystem. And if you look at Twitter, for example, on X, it's just I'm always talking facts, because you can prove everything wrong nowadays, and I'm not just the person that lies, because it just makes no sense for me. And you can see on X that the mentality on Twitter is currently shifting, because they basically act a little bit arrogant. And this is, for example, Sandeep said that I want them to talk about it, and there's nothing how you handle such a situation, in my opinion. And you see a lot of projects that are not really satisfied on Polygon anymore. And with ZK EVM not being used as it could, you have really high gas fees. So there's literally no reason to launch on ZK EVM currently if you have the likes of the mainnet gas fees, or a little bit less, of course, but it comes pretty close. And so yeah, that's Powered by Polygon, and that's the history behind it. And as I always said, we are 100% transparent. We wanted to relaunch our token on Polygon. We looked into ZK EVM when it went down. So, and for me as a developer, I was kind of confused, because I was actively developing when all the connections broke down. Ooh. And yeah, I was like, okay, no way. And reminds me a little bit of the Solana days, back in the days when the CEO said, "I don't care if the network goes down again," and I was like, maybe Arbitrum might be the better choice. And so we confirmed it with our community, and that's the story behind it.
Well, good to know before you actually launch, if you find out the difficulties and the challenges.
True. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And security is crucial in this space. And you're an auditor, which I love. Can you tell me about a particularly challenging security audit that you were able to conquer?
Most of them I'm not allowed to talk about.
Okay.
But I have a funny one that I can talk about.
Okay.
And that was that if you have security controls in place, you have to regularly check their if they work how you expect them to work. And a company had like a power generator, and in case of a blackout, the generator could provide, I think, for 30 minutes more energy. And it happens that, and they tested it, everything worked. And it really happens that the blackout came, the generator powered up, and after, I think, 10 seconds, it went down again. So it was kind of disastrous. So what happens? And the problem was they tested if the generator worked, but they haven't taken notes of how much fuel is in the generator. And they had one employee that has, I think, every 2 days, it was on camera, and every 2 days he went to the generator and has his car fuel up. So this is how the fuel went into his car instead of being in the tank. And so they had another control which says you have to note down how much fuel is in the tank after each successful test. So this is how fine granular security is. It's you always think it's based on the digital world, and it's not even in the digital world. So you really have to think about physical security too. So if you have a hardware wallet, how do you secure your hardware wallet? Or if you have your seed phrase written down, what about your dog? Maybe it eats it up, or can it be burned, or can it get wet, whatever, and there are a lot of things that you have to think about besides having secure passwords. So it's really, security is more like a process, and maybe like a way of life, if you will, because everyone subconsciously basically tries to be safe physically every day, and you try to avoid situations that get you in a situation where you can risk your body and your health. And this is basically implemented in us, and this should be implemented in online behavior too. So should I click this link? Is it worth it? Or should I just use my revoke cache bookmark that I said last week, because I know that this is really the real site? So yeah, it's really of utmost important to have secure process.
It's true. It's excellent advice, and it's worth the time, because how many people have been scammed or had their wallets drained because they got lazy? They didn't want to take the extra few seconds or minute to check something, or to, I love that Alpha in our community calls it good wallet hygiene, just to check and make sure, all the transactions are ones that you wanted, that, you're always connected to your cold wallet if you want it. And I just love that. It's important, I think, to take the time to do that.
I always say the story that you have to think about is in real life, you have your money, of course, under your pillow, for example. Okay, and of course not in a bank. Let's say under a pillow. And if you want to go and get some groceries, you don't take all the money from your vault or from under your pillow and go to Walmart and buy some beer. You want to take a few bills and just take this with you. And this is, I think, the picture that should be in everyone's mind, that no one has the whole vault with their life savings, and you go to, I don't know, Disneyland, for example, or whatever. You always take what you need. And this is why throwaway wallets, if you mint, of course, minting is also makes fun. As I said, it's not, if you, from a technical perspective, if you know what's going on, it's not as exciting as it sounds. So it's really just, you have a number that you mint that increments. And but it's really, use throwaway wallets. Just create a new wallet and transfer the funds that you need for the mint to this wallet, and just to stay safe. We see it go wrong on a daily basis. People reach out, have their Discord hacked, their Twitter hacked, their wallet hacked. Don't try out any games or any apps that someone tries to send you and test it out, and I send you $500. Never gonna happen. It's the same as it will not work on YouTube if you see Elon Musk telling you, send me 1 BTC, I send you back 2. And the sad thing is, it really works. It's working, you know, and that's the sad part about it. And in Web3, as you know, there's not much that you can do once shit hits the fan, you know.
Right.
And if your money is gone, you have a few things that you can do. You can reach out to security specialists, and there are a few things that you can do. But the odds to get back what you lost are minimal. And if you get something back, there might be a fraction that you can get back. And yeah, so always just don't get in the situation first, and think first before you click.
Right. Prevention's better than the cure in this situation.
It is. It is.
And I also was intrigued with CG Nerd. So tell me, how do you delve into your passion for CG?
Oh, basically, I'm a gamer since I can think. So I started in 1988, I think, with my first handheld little thingy from China. So ever since, I was fascinated with CG graphics, and yeah, I think 5 or 6 years ago, I started in Unity, the game development engine.
Yes.
Ever since switched to Unreal, and I always wanted to make my own 3D models, because it's just I think when you can create what you have it in your head and you can create it. If you look at the coin in the background, this is something that I modeled in Blender, for example, and rendered in Blender.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah, and this is how I basically, from game development, I came into 3D modeling, and so it's hard surface modeling, to be exact. So I'm not a sculptor. I cannot do animals or humans. I can do only hard surface things like cars, coins, and everything that has a hard surface. And so this is the background. And I just love like color psychologics, color schemes, and how you can structure pictures and how it works behind the scenes. Basically, why is a picture a good picture and why is a picture a bad picture? This is how it boils down to. And yeah, then I came into game development, and I wanted to have my own 3D models. And this is where I started with CG, and ever since, I never stopped. And everything that you see in SIVA is 3D modeled by me. So we have some NFTs that
Wow.
open up with some coins in it. Even the logo that we have. So really everything except for the little motive, the little dog that we have. It's basically SIVA as a mascot. And so this is done one else, and everything else is done in-house by us.
No, it looks real. The coin that you made behind you is very well done.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's turned out really well. Yeah, it took quite some time, to be honest, but it was worth it. So we have an animated version of it, and we have some other things that come out very soon. And yeah, I love it too. So it was cool, and so the team loves it. So I'm happy, of course. You know, if you put in so many things, like there's so much more to this image, with lighting and the exact settings of the camera, because it's a close-up. It's like a real coin dimension, so it's not like a giant coin. It's really the size of an original coin. So I model in real life size. It's not something different than, yeah. And it's really interesting for virtual reality, for example. This is my main focus. That you have to model to real life scale, because if you stand in front of an enemy or another player, how it works back in the days is the characters were tiny, like centimeters, just to have less processing. And this is of course not possible with if you scale to model to scale. And so it's really hard to set this in scene to have a picture like that one in the background. But it was really fun. So I studied a lot, but yeah, brought me quite far from knowledge-wise.
And you said that you love gaming. Have you ever played a game where you just wanted to be part of the game?
Yeah, I think every game that I love has this. So I play so many things. Racing games, first person shooters, strategy games, and mostly if I can immerse in the game, I usually want to be in the game, like really driving the car. And this is why virtual reality really was the first aha moment in my life was using the first PC, and the second aha moment was when I first put on my virtual reality headset and was fully immersed in basically what I always had in my head is something that I can now really see around me. And so every game that I love is a game that I really want to be in. So like Ready Player One, if you merge them all together, I have this meta level character and I drop into racing games, first person shooters and everything. So yeah, I
That's
already have
great.
it in my head.
Do you think there's a way you can incorporate that with SIVA going forward in the future?
Metaverses, or what do you mean exactly?
Yes. Maybe a more immersive community engagement where you're not just typing and looking at your screen, but you're actually interacting with the community and it feels real.
Oh, this is a question that really never had, to be honest. So we will have, for example, like in-game chats or something like
Right.
this. Or if you buy something in-game, you get rewards. So this is, of course, on a roadmap with the software development kit. But having like, okay, basically it is what you just said. It's like if you have a quest that you have in your game and you confirm the quest and you complete it, this is an engagement that we can measure. So
Right.
it's but we have another project called Nifty Keepers where metaverse is included, and this is where I can have my game developer skills really put to work, and this will be really crazy too. So I don't want to talk too much about it because this will take up
Okay.
too much time. But Nifty Keepers it's really about saving species from being basically off the map and extinct. And this is something that we want to prevent, and this is something for the long run too, and involves of course real life stuff and the metaverse and virtual reality and animals. So
I love
but
that.
yeah, also maybe if you're interested, we can have another session where we
Okay.
just talk about this, because this is really so much to talk about that will take up maybe another hour or something, just to give you like a high level approach to it.
Okay, I would love that. So let me
Awesome, yeah.
ask you, V and I, we are having a token challenge, and we each pick every week a different token that we think is going to do well in the next couple of weeks. And we're offering our guests a chance to pick a token as well. So would you like to pick one that you think will do well in the next couple of weeks?
I don't know. I usually don't do these kind of things, to be honest,
Okay.
because it's like he said, and I think maybe what I always say in these kind of situations, I always think Link from Chainlink will perform very well, just
Okay.
because I see their use cases
Mhm.
and that it's really a required ecosystem for the whole space. Just Chainlink provides like off-chain oracles where you can have Web2 data fed into the blockchain. So I think this will
Okay.
be like for mass adoption, this will be crucial. And I don't think, if maybe not in the next week, because the what is it called, real world asset tokens might perform a little bit better because of BlackRock. But who knows? I think Link would be a safe bet. Maybe
Okay.
not the 100x bet, but a safe bet.
That's okay. You don't have to 100x. You just have to make a profit, right? And then you're doing well,
Exactly,
I
yeah.
think, in this space. Thank you so much. You have so much energy. I love how passionate you are, how much you're
Likewise, thank you.
developing, and you're responsive to your community. That is a great
Yep.
sign. And I encourage everybody, let me drop it one more time here, to visit the website. And then from there, they can find the links to get into your Discord, into X, and all your socials. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yep. We have a link tree. We have everything set in place. We have official links everywhere. So just make sure you catch the right account. And yeah, everything is safe and secure. Our Discord, of course, we have Discord security audits that we provide too. So if you need one, just hit us up. And Web3 must be safe.
Excellent. Thank you so much. This has been a real pleasure for me today. I appreciate it.
Likewise. Thank you. It was really
Thank
awesome. Thank you.
Who's ready for a game? It's game time. I would love to have some more people playing games so that we can finally have a draw. We only have 2 people right now who's entered into the draw for the FarmZ NFT. So I pushed it back for 1 more week. Guys, play it and get into the Discord, open a ticket, give me your answers, and you could get a ticket to win a FarmZ NFT. This week's game is called Altcoin Alias. I'm going to give you a clue and you give me the name of the altcoin, okay? Real simple. I only have 5 of them here. You guys can do this. You got it, okay? You ready? Remember, just open a ticket in the Discord and give me your answers and you will get a ticket for the drawing next week. Number 1, this altcoin's name is a play on words for security and exchange, hinting at its role in facilitating secure and decentralized trading. Remember, the actual name means secure exchange. Hint, hint. Number 2, this altcoin's name references a type of digital storage unit known for its vast capacity, hinting at its ability to handle large amounts of data on the blockchain. So the name totally talks about large digital storage, okay? Number 3, this altcoin's name evokes the image of a bridge, symbolizing its role in connecting different blockchains and enabling interoperability. Okay, so the name makes you think of a bridge, which symbolizes its role to connect different blockchains. Number 4, this altcoin's name is inspired by a valuable gem known for its programmability, hinting at its ability to create custom tokens and applications on its blockchain. So this is inspired by a gem noted for programmability, and it has ability to create custom tokens and apps. And the last one, number 5, this decentralized finance focused altcoin's name references a type of automated market maker, hinted at its role in facilitating efficient and trustless trading. Once again, that last one is, this DeFi name for this token references a type of automated market maker, hinting at its role in facilitating efficient and trustless trading. Okay, guys, good luck. Come on into the Discord, open a ticket, give me your answers. I mean, totally small pool here for the drawing to win a FarmZ NFT. Totally worth your time. And I hope it was fun too, because we are all about the community and Monstro. That was the theme for this week's episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, Monsters. You make Mondays a lot more fun. Hey, and make sure to pay it forward. Smile at somebody today. Make their day a little more pink. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next week on Monstro Mondays. Bye.